Friday night action, Phil O'Sare led the Cardiff Devils out onto the ice. Sean Limbright was ready, as were the Sheffield Steelers, their first of 3 games in 3 nights. This one a Challenge Cup game against the Cardiff Devils. Don't worry, Big Tom was in town and he was to have a big night, a big weekend for the Sheffield Steelers. Well, second power play of the night as the first period came to an end. Mark Smith was sat in the penalty box. Jeff Legui would weave his magic, as he does so often, in setting up Drew Fatter. Can you believe it? 16 seconds after the penalty was called, Fatter let a howitzer go, and the Sheffield Steelers led by a 1-0. Closing seconds of the first period. Goal couldn't have come at a better time. So Tito and Jared Adams, the screen. O'Sare couldn't see it, O'Sare couldn't stop it. Fans were happy. Now with 1 second to go in that first period, Fatter took a holding minor. This is the first 2 minutes of the second period. Fatter's just about to come onto the ice, just as that happens. 1-1. Ben Davies got a tip. Mark Smith's shot from the blue line was just tipped home. De Caro couldn't see it again, could do nothing about the tip from Davies, and we are tied at 1 apiece. You can see there, Big John can't see. And what Big John can't see, Big John can't stop. Shaky second period for the Sheffield Steelers. Howitzer this time from Tyson Marsh. 25-24, the Devils led 2-1. Faulkner picking up an assist, so did Blight. Again, Big John can't see it, goes through traffic, and it's 2-1 to the Cardiff Devils. Sheffield got on the scoreboard. Sean Limbright. Keep your eye on Jeff Legui. Legui drives the net. Limbright makes the pass, but it deflects and it goes past O'Sare. We are tied at 2 apiece. Limbright was to have a big night for the Steelers. You can see he patiently waits. He's looking for the stick of Legui, but it ricochets and it rebounds and it beats O'Sare. Steelers back tied 2 apiece. Now, we're not showing another replay of the Limbright goal, though you might think we're about to. Keep your eye on this one. Drop pass this time, Stephen Gertson. He's looking perhaps for the stick of Sestito. Doesn't find it, finds the back of the net. It's almost similar, isn't it? Great play by Sestito driving the net, great play by Gertson. He finds the back of the net. Steelers lead 3-2 at 31-17. Big and important goal. It stayed 3-2 all the way through the second and pretty much all the way through the third. There are just 4 minutes remaining as the Cardiff Devils throw everything at Big John's goal. Great play by Danny Myers. He throws his body in front, but Captain Stuart McRae's there to tip home from an inch away, and he ties the game at 3 apiece. You'll get a better view of it here. Phil Hill's shot stopped by Danny Myers, but there was Johnny on the spot, and McRae made it 3-3. Now, Blight, Rabea and Faulkner, Legui, Limbright and Fatter. It was 1-1 at the end of the first round of shootouts. Blight and Legui went again. You'll see Rabea missed as the second shooter in sudden death, which meant if Drew Fatter could beat Phil O'Sare, the Sheffield Steelers would win the penalty shootout. He'd had one go at O'Sare. He goes high glove and he beats Phil O'Sare, and the Sheffield Steelers win the shootout, win this Challenge Cup game by a final score of 4-3. A lovely finish. O'Sare's furious that he missed it. But what a lovely finish by Drew Fatter to claim all the points for the Sheffield Steelers. An important win. Game 1 of the weekend. Big John stood tall. 1 win, 1 game. 2 still to come. What did Finner think?
Ryan, that was a great game of hockey tonight.
Yeah, I mean that's a very good hockey club we just beat. I mean, there's not a lot of weaknesses in that team, and they came at us hard. You know, we didn't expect them to come that hard in the first period. I thought we came out well, and you know, it took us probably 10 minutes to match them. And we said that's a very good hockey club, and I thought it was a good game of hockey. You know, back and forth, and I thought we had some chances to end it in overtime, and both goalies played well. But at the end of the day, you know, it was a good game of hockey. Very, very good game of hockey.
I was going to say both goalies had plenty to do tonight and both of them played well. Interesting second period. Obviously Cardiff coming straight back and then Sheffield then hitting back themselves.
Yeah, it seems to be the way things go with us. You know, sometimes we fall into a lull and it takes something like getting scored on before we wake up. And you know, I thought the guys controlled the last 12 minutes and we played the way we need to play for 60. And like I said, you know, the third period I thought we were in good control, and you know they squeak one out there and tie it with 3 or 4 minutes left, and you know. That's the way it goes. That's the way the game goes, and it's the way the league is this year. It's that tight. You know, it's one mistake here and there, and it's the difference between a win and a loss. But like I said, I'm happy. Happy we got the win. It was a good shootout. You go to shootout, you never know what can happen. We mixed up the shootout a bit and threw a few guys, and that's why we practice shootouts in during the week. Is you can throw the fatas and the limp rights in there, and I thought they obviously Leggy's kind of the stalemate. He's usually pretty good on them. So, but at the end of the day, it was a hard fought victory.
Pressure on Limpright, wasn't there? Because if you miss his, it's game over, and he finished really well.
Exactly. That's the toughest shot. It's do or die, and a lot on his shoulders and everybody watching him. But yeah, it was a great shot, and it's a very good goalie he beat. So overall, I'm happy. I'm happy with the win. Obviously, I think people expect you to come in your own barn and blow teams away, and that's just not going to happen this year. The teams are too tight, right across the board, especially in our division. And like tonight, we didn't make that many mistakes, and everyone we did, they found the back of the net. They're a good hockey club.